Hi everyone, it's Deb Courtney here, and I just thought I'd try and do another clip using the computer as opposed to the Facebook feed, and because sometimes that seems to lose a bit of clarity with the internet connection, so I'm going to do it through YouTube again for a bit. And it's always good to chop and change, and in the sense of using the different social media outlets that you can use when you're trying to look at growing a business and linking it together for across the board, because they all link up with your YouTubes and your Facebooks and your Instagrams, and all of them serve a purpose and are useful. So what I thought I'd talk about today with my sort of couch coaching, except I'm on my office chair and it's quite late at night, but it's all quiet, and it's been my boy's birthday today. But I was having to think about it the other night when I went to bed, and there was a couple of flies in the bedroom, and one thing that really annoys me obviously is flies in the bedroom buzzing in your ear just when you want to go to sleep, a bit like a mosquito. It's just those little things that can be a bit annoying and frustrating. But where I live, you get pretty good at dealing with flies, and in the tropics. So I grabbed the fly swat because I'm not really keen on using fly sprays. So the problem is with blowflies is that they don't tend to land very often, and when they do, they land, and before you know it, they're gone again. So one of my challenges that I have when I go to bed at night and this sort of thing happens, which is not all the time, but I really have to think about trying to get it mid-air, and that's quite hard to do, especially with quite a small fly swat, even smaller fly, and getting the two to meet takes focus and belief that you can actually do it. And because I've managed to do it quite a few times, I really do believe that I can get that fly mid-air. And it tends to remind me of the Karate Kid, where I can't remember the guy's name, but he's teaching Daniel's son about focus, and there was a scene with chopsticks years ago that I watched it, and I think that there was a scene like that in there. So it's all about focus, and focusing with your business as well, and what you can actually achieve when you focus on what it is of the goal that you want. My goal was to stop that fly from making the noise, but not only that, my long-term goal was that I wanted to be able to rest well and get a good sound sleep. So that was really the long-term goal. The short-term or the way of achieving that was by killing that fly. So focusing on the task at hand to actually achieve that long-term goal is really important, and it is really hard, I know, when it comes to parenthood, motherhood, trying to work from home and getting that focus in. But it's amazing what you can achieve when you do that. You can achieve what seems to be almost impossible when you think of the space of a bedroom, the size of a fly, the size of a fly swat, and all of that. So focus is really, really important in what it is that you're trying to achieve. And sometimes you need other ways of doing it when you get easily distracted. So one of the ways I try and do that sometimes, I find, is actually using earplugs, your earphones. And there's certain types of music, meditation type things that you can listen to that actually activate the brain waves into certain levels that get you onto that high vibrational level. So sometimes I listen to that, and I find that really helps me focus. But not just that, it's the fact that it's actually plugged in, and it's too hard to move. And sometimes I even just stick them in, and they're in there and they're not playing anything. But it kind of brings me back to my own world, and you can hear your breath more, and again you feel like you're still a bit connected, so it's too hard to get up. So that's one way that really I find helps me focus on things when I really want to get a task done, is by using that, or just sticking the earphones in and not having even anything playing. The kids don't know that. They think that something's going on, so that can help a bit. One of my techniques, but yeah, it was just something that was crossing my mind when I was actually, really trying to aim for that fly. I got two that night, and then that was good, and I got a good night's sleep. So just a little tip for you when you're trying to get some of your work done and get the smaller tasks done to get towards your long-term goal, whatever that may be. Okay, it's late here. I'm going to toddle off, and I guarantee that the dog will be barking at that door in about 2 seconds flat. So good night, and speak to you soon. Bye.